All new tonight at 11, the family of the man who died hours after Atlanta police placed him face down to handcuff him have now reached a tentative settlement with the city.
The settlement amounts to nearly $4 million. 11 Alive's John Sherrick has more on the deadly encounter and the city's next move.
It was at this BP station, just off of I-20 in southwest Atlanta, in the middle of the night in August 2022.
When officers tried to take him into custody, the suspect violently resisted.
33-year-old Ricardo Dorado, unarmed but on a violent rampage, damaging property.
He out here trying to tear up my stove. He out here tearing my pumps up. He out here running at these folks' cars.
And police say Dorado was also violently resisting arrest. But then, the way that Atlanta police finally subdued Dorado, putting him face down on the ground, was the primary reason Dorado died hours later, according to the medical examiner.
Please prepare the vote.
And that's why on Monday, more than a year later, the Atlanta City Council Public Safety Committee voted to recommend settling with Dorado's family for $3.75 million. The medical examiner had concluded that Dorado's death was a homicide. Quote, he died of cardiac arrest while being restrained by law enforcement in the prone position. This was complicated by coronary artery disease, methamphetamine toxicity, and blunt head trauma during an exertional apprehension by law enforcement officers. In 2020, an investigation by 11 Alive sister stations in Minneapolis and Denver reported that putting people face down in the prone position can make it more difficult for them to breathe and can result in sudden cardiac arrest. And in the previous 10 years, 107 people died because they'd been restrained in the prone position, resulting in $70 million in settlements and verdicts. Attorneys with the Banks Weaver law firm in Atlanta representing Dorado's family wrote in a statement, quote, the misconduct of several police officers resulted in Ricky's untimely death. His death was completely preventable. Ricky Dorado, according to his obituary, was from Lexington, Nebraska, was the father of 4, and loved to make people laugh with his loud and explosive personality. Next week, the full Atlanta City Council is scheduled to vote on whether to approve the $3.75 million settlement for Dorado's family. In Atlanta, John Sherrick, 11 Alive News.
Atlanta police say 3 of the officers involved in the arrest are on administrative assignments. The department and the DA's office are investigating and will decide if the officers will face any form of discipline or criminal charges.